Hello, my name is Cheryl Wilson, and I wanted to respond to many comments that I have gotten that I thought that this demonstration would really help answer the questions, and that is, how do you make your painting so loose, and how do I loosen up? How can I be looser, freer, take risks? And I want to show you the technique that I used when I first started painting to create an environment where I could today be loose on my paintings. In front of me, these are not finished paintings, but in front of me are samples of when I am just playing on paper, doing a whole bunch of starting paintings. Some of these I do turn into cards for people, but mainly what these are just places where I can do starts and play. So if you hear my cat in the background, she's older, and when I'm down here talking, I think she thinks I'm talking to her, so she likes to talk back. She's okay. She's been fed, she's been loved, and she just likes attention, which I love her so much. So just to tell you, those little pieces of paper, this is a journal that I cut the spirals. I pulled the spirals off, and I cut it off on the hard side. And I keep all these pieces of paper just inside. I painted the cover, and I just as a place, and I will go through these periodically and just look at them just for encouragement, for colors. And then I put a big elastic rubber band around it, and I keep these. I've kept these. I have several of these. I keep these just to encourage me when I go back and look. So what I'm going to use is 5x7 watercolor paper. I have 20 of these. And I'm going to just turn on music for you. And I am just going to start through a series of these 20 cards, making marks, and I will put them to the side. I will keep going back. And this is a painting, I don't want to call it a challenge, but it's something that you can do periodically to a timer, to music, just as a warm-up, that you'll see when you're done. You'll get some very encouraging results. So I'm going to take these, and I'm going to start with just a bunch of markers. Now this is an art graph. It's like a kind of like, I think it's a piece of chalk. I have water soluble and non-water soluble utensils. I have a big piece of like charcoal. I've got graphites. I've got art graft. I've got different types. I've got a pit pen, a pencil. This is a Jerry's black marker. Here's a paper glass marker. And then I will add, with some thinner brushes, some, more than likely, the black high flow. And as I go through this, layer upon layer, I will put a little blurb as to what I'm doing. And I won't know what layer I'm on because I'm just going to recycle them. So let's get going. I'm going to bring the camera down a little bit closer so you can see. I'm going to do each one, put it to the side, recycle, and then go again, and we'll just see where this takes us. Okay, now I'm going to do recycle through and add here's some high flow paint. Here's some Lucas, which is more like a medium. I'm probably going to add in some thicker titanium white or black. I'm going to add in different of the acrylic inks. Here's Liquitex and here's the FW. I will add those in using tools such as just like a roller ball. In fact, I have two of them. I have two like brayers. I have a brayer with a pattern on it. I have a foam sponge where I put a rubber band around it. I have a squeegee, and I have this. I like to use this trowel with the teeth on it, like in my thicker paint. And I have, of course, my brushes, and I may grab other things. So I'm going to just recycle them again. these in the frame here. This is as high up as I can get my camera to go. Is I'm going to splash on a product that I use a lot of times in the first layer, although this will be considered like the second layer. It's Sargent and their watercolor magic. They're very light, very transparent. And I'm going to put these on, and I may use the squeegee. So let's just see. I'm going to kind of sprinkle this, and I'm going to put it on several. Okay, let's just see what we've got here. I'm going to grab a smaller, I'm going to grab the catalyst. Look how pretty that looks with the yellow. Again, I am not in the process right now of composition and thinking of what I'm doing. I'm going to wipe this off. Okay, we'll move some of these over. This has the orange on it with the yellow. It's quite a bit different than the acrylic inks. It's a much thinner, much transparent. Okay. So you can somewhat see that as I'm going through these, it's just adding layer upon layer upon layer. Now I'm going to let this dry, and then we're going to see where this takes us. Alright, so we're at the point now where we have a couple layers on the pieces, and I'm going to start adding some more markings. I don't know where this is going to take me. So I grabbed a couple things. I grabbed a toothbrush to possibly do some splatters. I grabbed a fan brush because a lot of times I might like to use that. I haven't used this brush yet. It's the foam brush that makes unusual marks with a rubber band around it. I got a couple rigger brushes that I've already used. I have this foam brush with the marks on it. I have another catalyst, which is it's like a flat, it's like a shaper is what they call these. I have them in a couple different sizes. You know, you can use that, or you can use a spatula from your kitchen. Let's see, I've got that. This is a lot more, this is very stiffer than this one, so they will make different marks. So, you know, depending on, it's not like really what you're looking for, but it's different marks just to kind of give you some fun ideas. Again, I haven't used this because I haven't used any heavier paint. And I grabbed a couple stencils that I love to use with the spray paint. And this is a water-based spray paint, which you can use indoors. I still like to have a ventilated area, but it's not oil-based, so it doesn't have that really stinky smell to it. So let me put these to the side, and I'll just start grabbing a couple of these. again, I'm going to work on them and then put them to the side and grab some more. But I brought the camera down a little bit more to do a couple at a time. Since there's quite a few of them, we'll see how many I can get through. And again, there is no composition I'm looking at this point. I'm still just playing. So I'm going to squirt out some high flow and use a rigger brush, and I may squirt out some black high flow to do the toothbrush with, but I'm just going to turn some music on and let you watch me play.
look at you like that, you lose it completely, losing track of space and time. I don't wanna go home looking for a reason to stay here all night. I wonder, do you feel it too? Magic between me and you, the way that you make me feel. You wonder if I feel the same, the blood's rushing through your veins. And then when I say your name, bet I'm everything you see, bet I'm everything you need. We're high on this feeling, don't wanna come down, just go on and tell me, get into my eyes. I'm everything you need, I'm everything you need. You usually don't share any secrets, suddenly you're an open book. When I struggle to find the words, you get me completely. It's like I've known you forever, so I wonder, do you feel it too? Magic between me and you, the way that you make me feel. You wonder if I feel the same, the blood's rushing through your veins. And then when I say your name, bet I'm everything you see, bet I'm everything you need. We're high on this feeling, don't wanna come down, just go on and tell me, get into my eyes. I'm everything you need, 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 I'm everything you need. Bet I'm everything you see, bet I'm everything you need. We're high on this feeling, don't wanna come down, just go on and tell me, get into my eyes. I'm everything you see, bet I'm everything you need. We're high on this feeling, don't wanna come down, just go on and tell me, get into my eyes. I'm everything you need, I'm everything you need, I'm everything you need.
Okay, let these dry. So at this point, I could continue and keep adding marks with pencil or graphite or whatever. But at this point, they're looking pretty good. Some of them I would consider done. And there might even be one or two that I wouldn't mind having it as a inspiration for a larger painting. But by flipping through these and just having them around me, just doing these was inspiring to me. It was fun. It was something I really didn't have to think about composition because they were really kind of small. I was thinking about if I had a thick line, sometimes I wanted to put a thinner line. If I had a lot of transparent paint, I may want to have put some thicker paint. Things like that. But other than that, I was using a lot of the techniques that I normally go to, like those are my favorite stencils, the spray paint, using black and white. I use that in all my artwork. I didn't use drips, which I use on larger paintings. I used the number 56, either going forward or backwards. the rigger brush, which is that real thin brush. I do that all the time. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this was something that you got a lot out of, and I think it's something that if you try, you can keep these cards and you can keep going back and looking at them. You can even take them and make them into postcards, some of them. But I hope you enjoyed this, and it's just a way of letting loose without feeling like you're doing something precious and that you have to have a complete painting when you're done. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you try this, and I'd love just to hear a comment from you. It'd be wonderful. I also want to thank you so much to those that have rejoined my membership right now. I just have a supporter group, and several people have come back just to support me. I'm not doing any extra videos at this point. I do still have some other issues that takes my time away from doing extra videos on the channel right now, but I appreciate those, and I really appreciate those that have subscribed. And I'm trying to answer your comments first, because it just means so much that you've taken the time to leave a comment and to subscribe also. So I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know. Give a thumbs up. That really helps the algorithm. And again, thank you for being a part of my channel with me.